What is going on, everybody? It's Matt Marchese, also known as Islanders Daily. You're home from the four-time Stanley Cup champions, New York Islanders, and what a fun game that was. That was an awesome game, and let's go. The Islanders win it 3-2 against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and one of the most exciting games I have watched in a while. And yeah, man, that's just a great game. I'm pumped up. You guys can hear it. And yeah, what a win by the New York Islanders tonight. And they deserve this win. They completely outclassed the Columbus Blue Jackets. I was getting ready to come on here pissed off about the Islanders playing so much better and losing this game. But no, the Islanders flipped the script on me and scored two late goals to tie the game and then win the game. And wow. Like I said, what a fun freaking game that was, and the New York Islanders are able to walk out with a 3-2 win against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And like I said, in a game that they completely deserved, as they outplayed the Blue Jackets the whole step of the way. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the game. And yeah, so the Blue Jackets fans I know aren't going to be happy because of that, goaltender interference call that they scored a goal on and it got wiped off instantly. But you know what? Screw them. They were getting the calls all freaking night, the Blue Jackets. And it went, that wasn't a goal. And it went our way. And yeah, the Blue Jackets, I think were getting favor on the ref sides the whole night. And luckily, refs made the good call there for no goal. And the Islanders are able to take advantage of it and score those two late goals to win this game. But now, let's dive into it more so. And I got to say, our penalty kill tonight was outstanding. The penalty kill, I think, did a great job as we went 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. They did the work. The penalty kill has looked much improved as this season continues to go on. They were looking like a rough patch early on in the season. They just continue to improve and continue to play better, that penalty kill. Pajot and Holmstrom, what a duo those guys are on the penalty kill, and they just look great on the penalty kill, the New York Islanders. And then the power play goes 1 for 2. Obviously, the second one was about only a 30-second, in which the Islanders, for some reason, only had 4 guys on the ice afterwards. So a little dumb there, but everything works out. I can't get too mad. I'm still can't believe this game. We were just sitting in there watching it, and yeah, I had the feeling, oh man, here we go. The Islanders are losing a game where they deserve to win. Not today. Hell no, not today. The Islanders freaking turn it up, and they really just unbelievable play. And yeah, the power play went 1 for 2, like I said. And the Islanders started this game off just dominating the Blue Jackets. 18 shots to 3 in the first period. And I will say Elvis Merzlikins really was solid tonight for the Blue Jackets. But luckily, the Islanders were able to get his number late on in that game. And yeah, so we ended up outshooting the Blue Jackets this game 39-22. And like I said, we outclassed them today. The Islanders were the better team today. And I'm so happy they won that game, because if they lost, I would have just been I would not be able to do it. But yeah, the penalty kill looks much improved. They look like they continue to get better each game. And the power play, that first power play was great, man. Win the faceoff, quick little passes, and you score a goal there. Matthew Schaefer, his best game in the NHL, as he nearly single-handedly willed the Islanders to this win, scoring 2 goals today. He scored the power play goal and the goal to tie it up with 1:07 remaining. And that first goal was a wicked shot by Matthew Schaefer. He picked his spot, and he didn't make a mistake about it. Beat Elvis Merzlikins cleanly, right on the glove side, above the pad, right under the glove. Great shot right there. And then, of course, he scores that second goal to tie the game off, which, took a couple crazy bounces, but first of all, he had a great keep. He gloved it down, and this is what I like most about Matthew Schaefer. He shoots the puck as a defenseman. It's not like he needs to find the perfect pass. He needs to find the perfect shot. He doesn't. He fires the puck. Sometimes it gets blocked. Sometimes it misses the net. Sometimes the goalie makes the saves, but him shooting the puck allows these opportunities to happen, and it happened right here. It hit like 5 sticks and went bar down off Zach Werenski's stick. And the Islanders tied up. I jumped up my chair, was pumping my fist in the air, and I was like, let's go. I'm just happy, tied this game up. And then the Islanders just continued to heat, man. 30 seconds later, with 37 seconds remaining in this game, freaking Pajot, Anders Lee, and Holmstrom. First of all, Anders Lee, what a beast that guy is. I was very hard on him in the beginning of the year, saying he looks washed and everything. Anders Lee, this is what Anders Lee is. I've always liked Anders Lee, And he continues to impress me as the season goes on. At his age, he just turns, shoots that puck, and Merzlikins thought he saved it, hit the post. It was sitting right there on the blue crease. And Holmstrom, just great. I got to give Holmstrom credit. He followed the puck the whole way through, tapped it in for the easy goal, and, the stadium erupted. My house erupted, and the Islanders took that 3-2 lead. And like I said, they were dominating, and it felt like a disservice that the Islanders weren't winning this game. So it's good they got this win. They deserve the win. Like I said, I thought the refs were making pretty shit calls early on. They made the right call. They made the good call when they waved off that goal, and a good call to wipe that original Romanov penalty off. But yeah, the refs were definitely, not great tonight. But, when it mattered, they made the right call. But yeah, the Islanders win this game. And again, the Islanders are such an anomaly, such a weird team to me. I don't know what to think about them. They're just so weird. They improved to 6-5-1 on the season now. And I remember Brendan and Thomas saying in the game, not a single Eastern Conference team is below 500. That is insane to me. How is there not a single Eastern Conference team below 500? I mean, the Buffalo Sabres are in last place in the Eastern Conference right now with 13 points. What the hell is going on in the Eastern Conference? I mean, the Islanders, just such an exciting game. And it's so weird saying that about the New York Islanders. I mean, when is the last time that you can say the Islanders are an exciting team? And that's exactly what they are. Their games are exciting. They're entertaining. They're fun to watch. And I feel like we haven't had that in a very long time. And, with Schaefer, a lot of the national spotlight comes onto the Islanders. And they're getting to see, hey, maybe the Islanders aren't the same old buoyant team they've been. I mean, we get newfound footage. We see them walking into the locker room after the game, excited, happy. I love that. I love to see how the players look after the game's done, after a win. Because it gives us more insight as fans to know how our players are feeling, see their reactions, see how they act after you just win this awesome game. I love that bench footage where they're jumping up, celebrating. And what a game this was by the New York Islanders. Obviously, the Blue Jackets were on a roll right there, and to get that win is just a huge win by the New York Islanders. And yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of going on and on about how exciting this game was. Obviously, I need to talk about some players and talk about, what happened. We'll talk a little bit about the Blue Jackets' goals now. Obviously, they scored 2 goals. David Riddick to blame for neither of them. Just a backdoor pass that, Scott Mayfield needs to box out the opponent. Scott Mayfield, who was it? Didn't box out Miles Wood, and Miles Wood with an easy tap in on the backdoor pass. And then Denton Matejchuk, just a very unlucky goal. The puck just bounced, got stuck to his pads, fell right to his stick before a wide open net. And I got so frustrated after that goal. I was like, of course, man, that's the only things that happened to the New York Islanders. They get a BS goal scored against them after their dominating play. And, of course, the Blue Jackets take the lead. But the Islanders, you know what? I give them credit. They never backed down. They didn't let it affect their morale, not even in the slightest. They came back firing. And yeah, like I said, obviously, the Islanders once again dominated on the face-off percentages, winning 68.1% of the face-offs. Great job there by the Islanders. They continue to be a very strong face-off team. And then just looking at the players, I do think that sometimes Pelech and Polak make dumb plays. I don't know why they do some of their plays, but they played when they needed. They played solid when they needed to play solid, and that's all you can ask for. I'm not a big fan of the fourth line. I just don't think Cizikas has it no more. I think Duclair and McLean are fine, but I think I'd rather not see Cizikas there. I mean, that's kind of the only bad I have to talk about the Islanders today because, like I said, they dominated this game from start to finish against the Blue Jackets. Obviously, the second period wasn't as good. They got outshot 14-10. But still, I mean, that first period was all Islanders. The second period was kind of in middle there. And then the third period, Islanders, man, in the final minutes, just come to life and freaking dominate and play great hockey. And it was so fun to watch. So, yeah, we'll go into, the players who I was impressed with. And obviously, Simon Holmstrom, he, called him out a little early in the season for not playing great. And he's just continued to improve game in and game out, or day in and day out. I'm messing up my words, can't even think straight. But yeah, Holmstrom scores his 4th goal of the year. And yeah, he just continues to look good, Holmstrom. And I'm excited that we're seeing Holmstrom get back to the level he was playing last year. And he is such a good defensive forward, too, Simon Holmstrom. There's not many better players when it comes to that. I do think, I mean, obviously there are better players, but Simon Holmstrom, I remember when he was drafted by Lou Lamoriello, people were saying that's a reach. I don't think that was a reach in the slightest. Simon Holmstrom continues to improve, continues to play a great defensive style game of hockey, and he scores goals. Simon Holmstrom, like I said, he's one of my favorite players on the New York Islanders because of just the effort and work he puts in every single game. And then obviously in this game, you had Barzal playing back with Bo Horvat and Emil Heineman, and that line looked great. That line looked unbelievable. Bo Horvat obviously gets an assist this game. And yeah, I can't really say much. He gets the assist on the power play goal. But yeah, Barzal and Horvat. And this is the Horvat that I wanted to see. Obviously, like I said, when I did all my preseason ratings of players, I was very harsh on the players because last year they didn't play to the level I think they could have played at. Horvat is playing like the Horvat who we traded for when he was in Vancouver. This is what I'm seeing out of Bo Horvat this season, and he's been great. And Kyle Palmieri continues just to play solid hockey and a solid presence to the New York Islanders. Scores a goal, or doesn't score a goal, sorry. Gets the assist on that power play goal as well. And Anders Lee just comes to life in the big moments when you need him to. He's a clutch guy, Anders Lee. I think he's always been a pretty solid clutch guy, and he continues to play clutch hockey, Anders Lee. And I like Callum Ritchie's game too. I think Callum Ritchie played pretty solid tonight. Obviously didn't get any points or anything, but he opens up the ice a lot. He's such a skillful player, Callum Ritchie, with passing the puck, and he's a playmaker. He can open up the ice and give the Islanders better opportunities, and we saw it today when he opened up the ice on some of his passes. Obviously, the Islanders were unable to score on any of them, but he changes the game big time, Callum Ritchie. He opens the ice, and he's an important piece to have for the Islanders going forward, and I think he should continue playing going forward. And then defense, obviously, I think everybody played well. I think this was Tony DeAngelo's best game of the season for the New York Islanders on defense. He was active. He was in the plays on offense. And when he was in the plays, he was able to get back and play defense. So easily Tony DeAngelo's best game of the year. And if we can get this Tony DeAngelo the whole way, the rest of the season, that's looking good. Romanov played solid. Pelech played good, obviously. Those guys just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Pelech and Polak. I mean, they'll make some dumb plays. I mean, that you could say that about a lot of the Islanders. They'll make some dumb plays, but still, they come back and they work hard. Obviously, they're the two easiest guys to rag on, but you can't do it. They did what they had to do when they needed to do it today. And yeah, and then obviously the star of the night was Matthew Schaefer scoring 2 goals. And yeah, Matthew Schaefer continues to just blow me out of the water, blow the NHL fans out of the water. As you know, he only played 17 games in the OHL last year, and to come into the NHL as an 18-year-old and be doing this is simply remarkable. And I hope he, continues it and continues his strong play. And obviously, Schaefer, I remember Brendan and Thomas said that he wasn't playing as much in this game because the Islanders defensemen were all playing solid hockey. He actually played the least amount on defense tonight, only playing 17 minutes and 24 seconds. And I like that. I mean, obviously he had 27 shifts. He had the tied second most for defensemen on the Islanders. But I don't mind Schaefer only playing those 17 minutes. You didn't have to rely on Schaefer. Obviously, he saved the day scoring those 2 goals. But you didn't have to rely on him. The whole defense as a whole was playing very solid hockey tonight. And that's all you can ask for from the New York Islanders defensemen is to just play like this. Just play like this. They were suffocating the Blue Jackets in the neutral zone. The Blue Jackets could not get any clean entries really all night. And that was just such a great job by the Islanders to suffocate them in the neutral zone and cause turnovers, get the puck and get some offense going. Obviously, the Islanders were shooting the puck a lot. They had a lot of offensive opportunities and couldn't score until the final minute of the third period where they scored 2 goals. Obviously, you had the 1 power play goal in the first. But yeah, the Islanders just, what a game. What a fun game that was. I mean, they really know how to work the highs and lows of the New York Islanders. And like I said, David Riddick played solid. He had a .909 save percentage. He did what he had to do. He made saves when he had to make saves. Obviously, like I said, the 2 goals that went in or whatever, nothing much you can do about them. But yeah, great win for the Islanders against a divisional opponent who's been playing very solid hockey. I think the Columbus Blue Jackets have a good team. I think they're up and coming. I thought they were up and coming last year, and they showed it. I mean, they're a good team. And like I said, the Islanders continue to be this weird anomaly of a team to me where I don't know what team they are. I can't tell. Sometimes they look great, other times they look trash. And that's weird for the Islanders, but they continue to, play solid in these last 2 games against the Capitals and the Blue Jackets now. And obviously, your next game is up against the Boston Bruins again, where you lost that previous game to the Bruins in a game that you should not have lost. That was a really bad game by the Islanders. It seemed like they thought it was going to be a walk in the park the last time they played the Bruins. Obviously, it wasn't. So hopefully they know what the Bruins are like now and they're able to get a little redemption going because, like I said, there was no reason the Islanders should have lost that last game to Boston, losing it 5-2. That was such an annoying game they lost, where they outshot the Bruins in that game 35-22. It just felt like they weren't really prepared for it. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. Obviously, like I said, it wasn't. So, yeah, it's on the Islanders now to make up for that. And, yeah, the Islanders are a fun team to watch. Who would have thought I'd be saying that at the start of the year? It sure as hell wasn't me, but they're fun. They're enjoyable to watch. And, yeah, hopefully they can keep it going. Obviously, the Islanders don't play a game tomorrow. So on tomorrow's video, leave comments down below because I'll finally get to do my first comment section video or a part of the video that I've been wanting to do for some time. I obviously did one earlier, but haven't had the chance to with the Islanders playing games and all and such. But yeah, so for tomorrow's episode, I'll go scrolling through my comment section and talking about some of those comments. And yeah, the Islanders win an exciting one. They obviously improved now to 6-5-1 on the season. And yeah, let's keep it rolling. So as always, leave comments down below, and let's go Islanders.